should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Sports Center right now. First kick back in just a minute. I'm Antonita Collins. Just as the 10-1 Eagles continue to get better, so are their choreographed celebrations. Sunday in their 31-3 win over the Bears, Philly was solid when it came to scoring and having fun. First with this beauty, after Alshon Jeffrey scored a TD against his former team, Philly got together for a little frame of bowling. There you have a strike. And that wasn't the best part yet. Then the secondary, when Old School broke out into the electric slide after Corey Graham got an interception, they were just having fun.
I just show up and try and figure out what the heck we're doing, because we don't plan anything. I mean, you see everybody kind of jumping in on them and joining. That's just kind of the brotherhood that we have right now, and it's a blast.
I don't think I got it on camera. I think I clicked too late before they all started scattering, so I got fired.
We didn't have to coordinate much. If you don't go to electric slide, you probably got some issues. Some of the young guys probably struggle with it. But for a vet like me, it's a way to get involved.
A reminder today, keep it locked on ESPN News starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. Sports Center will bring you live Dan Mullen's introduction as the Gators' next head coach. And then at 4 Eastern, we go live to UCLA, where the Bruins will also introduce their new head coach, Chip Kelly. ESPN News starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, let's get it back to First Take.
Antonietta, thank you. Yeah, a lot of coaching changes there, but we need to talk about the Bears. They were not feeling it, thinking the Eagles were doing too much. Ryan Clark is back with us. Stephen A., have the celebrations gone a little too far? We're seeing the choreographed group dynamic there at the end.
Yeah, to me it has. I mean, listen, I don't mind the celebrations, because I mean, I grew up watching Billy White Shoes Johnson and you know, ultimately primetime Deion Sanders prancing into the end zone. Don't get me started with Michael Irvin, the Icky Shuffle, and you know, the Chicago Bears when they won the Super Bowl doing their videos and all. I love that stuff. It's just that sometimes, you know, you see some of the stuff, the Steelers playing hide and seek 1 minute, and somebody, I forgot which team it was, Duck Goose or whatever Minnesota. The hell it is, and all of this other stuff. It does get a bit excessive at times, a bit too long at times, and perhaps the most annoying element of it to me is it comes across a lot of times as a bit premature, because I've seen plenty of times, plenty of situations where guys are celebrating and they end up losing the damn game. And I just say to myself, you know, listen, I've always thought that the NFL was a bit excessive with its rules. I thought it was a bit ridiculous, such, you know, their controlling tendencies and all of that stuff. So I applauded them getting rid of their prohibition on the celebrations. I really, really do. But in the flip side, you know, you see some of it, not all of it, but you see some of it, and you can understand at that particular moment why some of the damn rules are in place to begin with, because I do think these guys get a little bit extra with it. But again, I like some of them. Travis Kelce, I love seeing when he scores a touchdown. You know, the Philadelphia Eagles, they were hilarious. I loved it, and they got a right to be celebrating. They won their last 3 games by at least 28 points, and I get it. But some of it is excessive.
Don't walk it back. Don't walk it back. Whoop, whoop. Fun, please. Please pull your game over and turn off your celebration. Stephen A. Smith. You like White Shoes Johnson, right? Like, you like all those celebrations back in your day, but nowadays it's gone too far. Look, some of the celebrations are corny. Some celebrations have always been kind of corny. Do they overdo it? Do they hit every time? No, not every SNL skit hits every time either. Some of them don't work. But the celebrations are great. And for you to sit there and say you like the way they celebrated in the old days, but not today, you're just turning into a cranky old-timer, Stephen A. Smith. Every generation, it's the same thing. Things change. It evolves. They're just having a good time. The fans like it. It's like a way it's a form of self-expression, and in fact, a group expression. It's all wholesome and fun. I mean, once upon a time, the argument against it was, well, it's lewd. This is family entertainment. They're doing stuff that's like family appropriate now, and you still got a problem with it? Let the the guys have some fun, for crying out loud, Stephen A. Smith. You were young once.
Well, first of all, my little gray-headed friend, my little gray-bearded friend, at least I accept the fact that I'm old school instead of somebody that's trying to hold on to my youth when you really let it go years ago. At least I'm being honest about it. I'm old school.
America.
Young at heart,
America.
Not really true.
Now America knows what I've known since Max came to the show. Max is way cooler than Stephen A. is. For those of you who haven't seen the rap video, y'all just didn't know it. Y'all thought Stephen A.
That's your definition of cool because he can rap a little bit?
Y'all thought Stephen A. was the cool guy. It's Max. Stephen A. is an old fuddy-duddy. He's the dude when you're listening to the rap music that say, "Now the OJs, that was real music. The Temptations, they put it down."
They did.
This is fun. Like when else? Like
how about LL? How about Cool Mo D? How about even with Jay-Z in the crew? None of them are better than him.
Man, listen here, straight up. This is fun to watch. Whether they hit or not, when's the last time you saw an MVP candidate get into a celebration and have the type of fun that Carson Wentz is having? And we got to see the electric slide, which is the dance everybody should know. Obviously, a lot of these young people have not been to a wedding recently because they were a little offbeat, but it was fun, and it was good to watch. And if you want to see a team, if you think it's too much, tell some defenses to stop some people. If you don't want them to dance, if you don't want them to celebrate, keep them out of your paint. But as long as they're making plays and they're having a good time, now we're not seeing Antonio Brown twerking or people running around humping the air and doing foolishness. We're getting to watch good fun. It's entertainment. If anybody knows it's about entertainment, it's you, Stephen A. Because though you come on here and you use words that I don't know sometimes, but I know they're right because you're so dang smart, and I know you come on here and you spit facts and you tell the truth, you also entertain. It's the reason you got the contract you got. So they want the NFL to do the same thing, and it's fun.
Lord knows it's not because he's right about stuff.
It's fun, Stephen A. Be the guy. Don't be that dude sitting on the porch in your bell bottom talking about Billy White shoes.
I'll bet you there's video of Stephen A. in his like a college radio program going, "You don't want these guys to celebrate, stop them from scoring." And now you turn around, Stephen A., because you don't understand.
You know what, you're right about that.
Shame on you. I think Stephen A. was the love doctor on the radio.
You know Stephen A. had the love
doctor.
I was.
You were the love doctor, right? With the R&B, the slow jams.
I was the love doctor. Now get on out of here. Martin Lawrence, get on out of here. I'm the love doctor. It's absolutely true. And Max, you're absolutely right. There, you can find some video of me saying that. You're absolutely right. And like I said, a lot of it in this day and age, I see it, I'm cool with it. Some of these guys are corny as hell, but number two, and more importantly, some of these dudes are doing it when they losing it. And I'm like, whoa. No.
You can't always be winning, Stephen A. You can't always be winning.
Yes, you can. You don't need to be celebrating when you lose. Hold it. Did you just call me an old fuddy-duddy? That is true. You cannot be celebrating when you are losing. I disagree with that. You can't be celebrating when you're losing.
You dial 10-0. You score to make it 10-7. Give your team a chance to be within one score, and you can't celebrate. Now you got rules on the celebration.
And by the way, you brought it up too, Ryan. Just to be clear, Petty, the Osley brothers, all right? That's me. That's me right there, all right? And don't get me wrong, throw Joe in there. Throw Joe in there, too. Little Luther.
What were you saying when the old guy in your neighborhood? What were you saying when the old guy in your neighborhood was trying to take a shot at Cool G Rap back in the day? You were standing up for Cool G Rap, I'll bet.
Whatever.
Ryan.
Big Daddy Kane.
I was just about to say with your Big Daddy Kane tape.
All right, guys.
Big Daddy Kane, that's right. Take it from the man who does it real smooth. Or that yo baby, it's not the move.
Can't repeat a lot.